What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Panthers Advice. Today, man, we're going to talk about Bryce Young. Now, we're going to get to the sacks, the offensive line, those struggles, the running game. We'll get to that later in the week, but today is about Bryce Young, okay? Let's talk about some talking points before we jump into the film room. First one is Cowboys had the gameplay. I probably meant to type in game plan, but what I meant by that is you're going to see on the first drive that the Cowboys knew exactly what the Panthers were going to do. The second thing to talk about is the run game. This was Chuba's second worst run game. He only had 32 yards if I remember right. So Cowboys had the game plan. No run game. Chuba's worst game of the season when it came to running the ball. Bryce has to work on the deep ball. Later this week, like I said before, we're going to talk about the O-line troubles. Was there any? Was it on Bryce? Defense, because, man, there's a lot. And then, like I said before, talk about more of the Bryce struggles. So, with that being said, man, let's jump into the film room. Look at Bryce Young. Like I said, we're going to look at everybody else later in the week, but today is about Bryce Young. Now, something I mentioned, all right, was Cowboys had the game plan. Now, what do I mean by that? Cowboys had the game plan. So as we look at the first play on the first drive, we're going to pause it at the top of Bryce's drop. As you're going to see, everything is picked up. Bagged. His only option is right here to the right side. That's really it. Cowboys were ready for the Panthers. Take a look right here. Before he even gets to the top of the drop, all this is going to be picked up all the way across the board. Now, there are some people who would say, okay, left side isn't open on the check down. Why doesn't he just throw it right here? That's not how it works. Each play is designed as a concept, right? So if that's not open, you read the next one. Then you read the next one. That's how plays are designed. So yes, while this was open, that wasn't his first read. Most likely his last read. But on 2nd and 4, he still gets the first down. Let's jump to play number 2 right here. So right here, you see they bring Coker in motion. Bang. You send XL across. And look at this. That's all picked up. Everything is picked up. Now, Bryce does a good job right there getting some yards, but take a look right here. All right. XL's right there. Bang. Defender's crashing down. I believe Adam Thielen right there. Defender underneath, defender over the top. All right, screen, that wasn't going to go anywhere to Coker. So what does Bryce Young do? Has to adapt. And you're going to see right here, he could hit XL right there, but he's going to get his bell rung. So I like what Bryce Young does right here because, as you can see, nothing is open. And this was on the first drive. Let's keep it going. Next play we're going to look at right here. It's 3rd down. Bryce Young's going to drop back. And look at this throw to Coker. Woo, big money. As you can see, Coker is quickly becoming one of Bryce Young's favorite guys. Now, I'm not going to say that halted Bryce Young against the Cowboys, but I think finally getting Coker back might have deterred him a little bit. And he might have forced it a little bit more than he should have to Coker, which is fine, right? There's only 3 games left in the season. Kind of figure things out as you go. Next play we're going to look at right here. It's 3rd and 1. I love the play call. They run play action, bang, hit Chuba out of the backfield. Bada bing, bada boom. First drive is looking pretty good. Right here, it's 3rd and 4. Once again, Chuba out of the backfield. Now this play is where things went good and then quickly went bad. Right there, fakes out Micah. I mean, that was nasty. That was nasty work right there. Yes, he fumbles it. I get it. But that is nasty. But this impressed me a lot because the Panthers drove all the way down the field. And then a lucky kind of strip fumble right there ends the drive. But you have to have some type of faith when the run game isn't working. The Cowboys know exactly what's coming. And you still drive down the field like this. Let's keep it going. So as we jump to the next drive right here, it's 3rd down. Bryce Young's going to try and hit Coker right here. I like the read. However, like I just got done saying a few minutes ago, 2-3 minutes ago, right? Watch Bryce Young right here. I said Bryce Young has a tendency or had a tendency to kind of force it to Coker. And force it could mean a couple different things. It could mean he's trying to force it to double coverage. He's trying to force it this way, that way. What I mean by forcing it when it comes to Bryce Young and Coker is watch Bryce Young. Watch that back foot right there. That's actually going to come forward. Now, we're not going to go full cam today. I'm not feeling great. Usually you see the quarterback take a step forward, okay? Bryce Young brings that back foot forward. So that tells me he's rushing the throw to Coker, okay? I'm not too worried about it because I like the read right here. Coker has a step on the DB if Bryce Young puts the ball out here in front of Coker to go get. You know, on top of that, there's also pressure as well coming at him. So two things can be true. The offensive line has to step up, but Bryce Young just has to work on that footwork a little bit. Let's keep it going. The next play we're going to look at right here, second quarter, 7 minutes left, and I love this throw from Bryce Young. Some of you guys might be like, okay, it's an out route. Bryce Young hits him. It is what it is. Look how fast that ball is coming out. Look how fast that ball is coming out. The old Bryce Young from the first 2 weeks this season to last year, he's doing this. He's just basically, it's almost like a sitting duck. Look at this throw right here. This is like a sidearm, Mahomes-esque. I know some of you guys don't love Mahomes, but look at that. Look how much whip he puts on that ball right there. Bang. Nice little out route. This tells me everything is improving with Bryce Young. Yes, he struggled against the Cowboys, but find me somebody who didn't struggle, right? Find me somebody who didn't, other than Coker. Coker, he's that guy. Everybody struggled against the Cowboys, but right here with Bryce Young, this tells me he's only getting better. Let's keep it going. So we saw the out route right here. It's 3rd and 3, and it gets picked off right here. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. So what Bryce Young sees right here is the DB still playing 6 yards off from Adam Thielen. Now take a look what happens right here. I think Bryce was expecting a quicker cut because as you're going to see, the second Bryce throws this thing, Adam Thielen has no chance. He has no chance to catch this ball. I mean, Bryce Young would have to make a tight throw. But look at the DB playing that. I mean, that's just a great play by the DB. And if you run it back real quick, take a look at this. We're really not even running slants. I know Olsen said slants, but we're basically running 3 in routes, right? Almost like a levels concept. Maybe Bryce was expecting the slant, maybe not. Again, timing is obviously an issue with this team. Injuries, non-injuries. But again, it's one of those plays where the DB, he honestly, that's just a hell of a play, right? You get the quarterback to throw it there, bang, wraps the arm around him on the outside. Some refs might call it, some not. I know I'm rambling a little bit. Just stay with me here. Honestly, man, it's one of those fluke plays, if you ask me, where the DB wraps the arm around, brings the other arm to the outside, and hits it up, and the linebacker's right there. I'm not too concerned with this play, if I'm being honest. This was another drive where I'm like, okay, a fluke happened. I'm not mad at it, though, if I'm being honest. Let's keep it going. Next play we're going to look at right here. Cowboys up 10, 3 minutes left in the third, and Bryce Young's getting pressured out the wazoo, and then somehow he escapes. For those of you who aren't sold on Bryce Young yet, take a look at this play right here. How many quarterbacks are doing this? How many? And that throw right there, that was a pretty damn good throw. Yes, you know, receivers almost out of bounds right there at that point. But honestly, man, the fact he got out of that, let's run that back real quick. Take a look at this. The fact he gets out of this. Woo! And look at Lewis right here. Look at Lewis giving up Parsons that work. Hold on, run that back real quick. Run that back real quick. Look at Parsons. He's going to stun over here. And watch Lewis. Bang. He picks up Parsons right there. Get your out down. And look at Bryce Young with this throw. Next play we're going to look at right here. Second quarter, 40 seconds left. Panthers would get 6 right here. Now, I just talked about Bryce Young's arm strength right here, you know, or not right here, the play before that. Go to the next play. You look at Bryce Young when he hits Coker. Let's look how far this was. Let's say the 10 to the 45, 35 yards in the air. This is where Bryce Young has to improve. He's got to be more consistent. Because honestly, if he underthrows this any more than he already did, right? I believe that's Wilson or Lewis right there, the safety. He's probably catching Coker. Now, with that being said, was there pressure? I mean, he's got pressure in his face. Do we need a longer drop back? You know, what do we need to help Bryce Young out right here? He has the arm. Some of you guys might say he doesn't have the arm. This was 35 yards right in the pocket. Right here, him rolling out to one side, 45 yards. He's got the arm. It's just, do we need to speed up the drop back, make him take more steps back? What happened? Was it just a fluke against the Cowboys? You know, they got a lot of pressure. Something to think about. We still have 3 more games to the end of the season. We'll see what happens. Let's keep it going. I think we have a couple more plays to go over. Let's take a look, shall we? So right here, Bryce Young's going to do a great job. You know, the Panthers down by 2 possessions. 10 minutes left. That's still quite a bit of time. But then what happens on the kickoff? Right? You allow a 40-yard return, give or take, and then get an unsportsmanship penalty on top of that, so you give them 55 yards. You get some momentum. You're only down by 2 possessions. It's possible. And then you give up a 40-yard return and then a 15-yard penalty on top of that. Special teams-wise, we're struggling. I think kick return, I thought Devin Tompkins did pretty good. But punt return team or punt team and kickoff team, oh, it's bad. And I have thoughts on that, but I'm going to save those for the end of the season just to see kind of how a couple players end up doing. I have a couple thoughts on a couple guys. So let's take a look at, I believe, our last play real quick. All right, Bryce Young, 3rd and 10 right here. Drops back. Throws it to Adam Thielen. He gets picked off. Like I said before, is it his footwork? Let's take a look real quick. He went back. All right. Let's do this real quick. Give me a sec.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
He went back to the college days. Now, why did he do that? Because he had been sacked 6 or 7 times against the Cowboys. Now, remember this. We always resort to what we're comfortable with, right? If something's not going good or I don't feel comfortable doing this, I'm going to resort back to my old ways. And that's exactly what happened with Bryce Young. On that drop back, you saw this. Bang, 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 bang. At no point until the very end did he open up his hips. You just saw this. Right? Because now he's afraid. Am I going to get pressure from the left, get pressure from the right, up the middle? He's ready to run, right? It's hard to run like this. Because you can only go one way. If there's pressure coming that way, oh crap, I got to turn all the way around and run. But if he's like this, run right, run left, up the middle, a little back pedal. This is the problem when the O-line doesn't block, and this is why quarterbacks struggle. Just look in Kansas City with Mahomes, right? Now he's getting excuses. The Panthers aren't giving Bryce Young excuses. I'm just saying, guys, when you get sacked 6 or 7 times, you kind of have to fend for yourself a little bit. Let's take one more look at this play, and then we're going to call it a wrap. Like I said, a lot of videos coming this week. Stay tuned. Back into the film room. So on this play right here, take a look. Just watch him right here. Just watch him. Doesn't open up his hips till the very end. So with that being said, that's going to wrap it up. Bryce Young just has to get more consistent on those deep throws. Offensive line struggled. Again, I'm not worried. You played good against the Bucs, the Eagles, and the Chiefs. Yes, this was a bad game, but it was a bad game for everybody. Other than Coker. Coker did his thing in defense. We're going to get into them later in the week. Stay tuned. Panthers Device is out. I'll catch you guys on the next one.